Downtown Phoenix on a bright and with tip-off. Well, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got D'Angelo Russell. Also, Malik Beasley out there. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 slot. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket. And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often. Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Kicks it out to Beasley. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Towns, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Second chance shot. And Towns gets it to go.
Good luck trying to keep Cat off the glass. Karl Anthony Towns loves mixing it up down low and getting after those second chances.
Now here's Johnson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That's his first foul. Here's Johnson.
And you see how Towns affects the shot. I mean, has the length, tenacity, and timing of a top-shelf defender.
They retain possession. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Out to Russell. Hernan Gomez in the corner. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And the last meeting of these 2 teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. I mean, they ended up winning it going away.
Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Bridges kicks to Ayton, and he comes up with the deuce.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
And it's Towns penetrating, and the dunk by Towns.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoners slam right there, guys.
And Phoenix has possession following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Johnson left side. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Ayton. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Now Bridges, after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. Johnson, that's for 2, can't nail the jumper.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Okogie, and he banks in the layup. Okogie's got his second bucket of the night.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Johnson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. A nice shot by Booker.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Beasley against Booker. Beasley kicks to Hernan Gomez. Okogie for 3. Drops in the tray. Okogie's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Ayton finds Booker. Shoots the three, and the rejection by Towns.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
8 seconds left in the first quarter. Beasley dishes to Towns, lays it up and banks it in. 6 points for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in the driver's seat. Up. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows.
You know, everyone has to get some of the shit.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Carter. Charge is out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at the point. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the moves, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And there's the call on Jake Layman. That's his first foul. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Jerome passes to Baines. Down low. Here's Kaminsky, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Getting more comfortable in the paint. As long as Frank Kaminsky has the positioning he wants, he's good to go.
So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders. The Suns, #1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Both shots good from the stripe. Timberwolves leading by 8.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Reed. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Sharch.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, You've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
Kaminsky, the pass to Jerome. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Kaminsky. Culver kicks to Layman. Reed the pass to Layman. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Johnson. Here's Reed. Trying to get open as Johnson. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got the lead up to 10 now for Minnesota. The Suns have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Carter with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Carter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Reed. Over Kaminsky. And it's blocked.
And you know, at his size, Kaminsky should be blocking more shots. I'd like to see this effort every time.
And the layup falls.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Culver passes to Layman. To the middle. Tries it from 9. And the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Let's go. Here's Reed. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And that one is good. Layman's got his first bucket of the night.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
And finished off by Kaminsky.
Major posterization right there, guys. The defender gave him up way too much height. All he could do was try to get out of the picture.
Reed misses.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Baines uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's only a 5-point Minnesota lead.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent pass.
One-on-one fast break. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to Minnesota. Came out looking very confident. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8 points on the heel. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. They've got Towns, Malik Beasley out there with Russell. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. Suns trail by 3.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
Russell looking it over. Pass to Okogie. Back to Russell. And the pass to Hernan Gomez. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Beasley kicks to Towns. No good on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Bridges passes to Johnson. Misses from short range.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
It's Beasley on the wing to the middle. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Ayton.
Well, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
Suns trail by 5. Booker with no one around. Nailed from three-point land. Booker's got 8.
Attacking the defense with the pass there, Kevin. Rubio with great vision and no hesitation on the delivery.
Beasley dishes to Towns, and it's Phoenix with the rebound.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Holds it up for Beasley. Here's Okogie, defended by Booker. Outside, Russell lets it go with the 3. They get it back. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A guy with the size and skill of Towns, Kevin, really hard to stop without fouling.
The Timberwolves shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
You know, the Timberwolves made Karl Anthony Towns their franchise cornerstone going forward. Cat signed a 5-year deal worth $190 million, and really it's not even a question. He's the present and future of this team.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Bridges with the steal. Here's Rubio. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And with Towns in his extension, Clark, it would have been hard to imagine the Timberwolves doing anything different.
Yeah, you know, I think it's really rare to find a player so complete at this young age as Towns is. I mean, the production he gives you with his scoring and rebounding is really irreplaceable.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And stolen by Ayton. Passes to Bridges. Over Russell. Bridges misses. Timberwolves leading by 5. Okogie for 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Booker the pass to Ayton. Inside, Johnson. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Hernan Gomez kicks to Russell. Shoots over Rubio. The 18-footer is right on the mark. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
You know, I love seeing players use the middle of the court. It just opens up your options, and for a guy like Russell, it gives him a lot of freedom offensively.
Here's Johnson. Sinks that one from the post.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Okogie, the pass to Towns, makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Here's Ayton. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Outside, Towns. Here's Beasley. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Beasley's got his 2nd basket.
Outstanding vision, plus the height of Towns allows him to see over defenders.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Timberwolves passing it around. Now the feed to Towns. Here's Russell. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Russell's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Johnson, the pass to Ayton. Rubio outside to the inside. Here's Johnson. off with the layup.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
And so it's Minnesota headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 7. Inside, Saric and Baines. Booker and Bridges are the wings. And it's Carter in at point guard. Who's out there for Phoenix. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Shoots from 12. Carter pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Bridges passes to Booker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Bridges dishes to Baines. Good on the triple.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Pass to Johnson. Goes back up. And Towns lays it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Yeah, you see right there, Towns invites contact. Unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
Saric, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Johnson can't hit.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Booker left side. Down low. Baines passes to Saric. Booker against Russell. And Booker kicks to Saric. Just 5 to shoot. To take the lead. They get the rebound. And the rejection by Towns.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort. Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Phoenix making some changes. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Aaron Baines. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Saric right side to tie it up. Back to Kaminsky. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Andre Ayton's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Saric. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Hernan Gomez comes in for Johnson. Beasley with a clean look. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Rubio. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And big props, major props to Rubio. Being aggressive, making plays with the game heating up. That's what you want your point guard to do. Make it happen. And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Jones down low. Ayton's there. Hernan Gomez. Another shot, and it's blocked.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
And it's good, 2 points. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the foul.
And it's Rubio penetrating. It falls!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Russell passes to Towns. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
This is a part of the floor that Rubio can exploit. The in-between area.
Russell with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Towns trying to get open. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He doesn't bleed blood, but he bleeds cold blood ice. And Russell tearing hearts out down the stretch.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
At the line for 2.
And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
You know, the toughness Šarić possesses is really pretty impressive. A guy who lost 6 teeth in a game one time and kept on playing. Wow.
That's the first, and that brings them within 2 here. And so Russell hits them both.
You know, D'Angelo Russell, to his credit, made the most of the move to Brooklyn. You know, he was dumped by the Lakers in 2017 in a trade to create cap space and ended up being selected to his first All-Star game in 19.
Pass to Towns. Over Ayton. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Good.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic. Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 spot.
Boy, despite his youth, I love the attitude Towns has because it's infectious and he seems to have the attributes of a genuine leader.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Kicks it out to Beasley. Deflects the pass. For 3, a Kogi. A shot, no good. And Phoenix the other way now. There's the pass to Rubio. Bridges against Beasley. For 3, Booker. The long distance 3 is buried. And the Suns lead by 2.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Russell no luck.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. With maybe a step out of his range. Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Passes it to Okogie. Kicks it out to Beasley. Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Rubio finds Booker. Back to Rubio. Booker outside. There's the 3. They get it again.
Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound. He got it done.
Out to Russell. The 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. A 2-point game. Here's Booker. Good.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now. And so far, no go.
Pass to Beasley. Here's Okogie. 3-pointer on the way. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Bridges kicks to Rubio. He doesn't hit that one. Nice steal from Russell.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
It drops.
Absolutely amazing, Kevin. This young man is so money, and his teammates absolutely love him. Carl Anthony.
The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the officials aren't sure they got it right, and so they're going to review it right now. Can you believe it? If this basket doesn't count, we'll have another overtime period. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on
And with pregame.
Well, Victor Oladipo.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Brogdon.
He hasn't been as sharp in the past 10 games as we're used to. It shows in his passing. The assist numbers down. Even the simple passes look tough for him right now. Maybe tonight he can get back on his game.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Russell is out there with Beasley. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. And for the Pacers, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2-guard spot.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Here's Holiday after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. From deep. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 4-point game. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. And the stretch center in demand. For Miles Turner, Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger, and continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Turner. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston. Oladipo finds Holiday. The putback. That shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Rough game defensively. They lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, Greg. If you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Now here's Oladipo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel. How much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season. Because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Good. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Goes up the baseline, and Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, this is one of the better catch-and-shoot bigs in the NBA already. Towns doing everything these days.
And Indiana making a change here. McDermott's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Johnson, he's checked in for Juan Hernangomez. Indiana moving it around. Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Floats it up for Beasley. And now look at the point guards who have been taking matters into their own hands this past month. These are the top scorers at their position. Fifth is D'Angelo Russell.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
You know, they truly are. Whether it's one-on-one situations or staying within that team framework, that is a gifted group offensively. And, you know, you said it. Their ability to put up big points from the one-guard spot is what really sets them apart.
Lehman pass to Reed. Back to Lehman. Pass to Johnson. It's rebounded by Indiana. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. They came in as the favorite, seemed to lose their confidence down the stretch, started to play tight, and let that one slip away.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. The Pacers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
I think one thing you have to love about the Timberwolves, their aggression on the offensive end. This is a team that has been top 10 in free throw attempts over the last 8 years. And when they get to the line, they do convert.
And here are the Pacers now after the basket by Minnesota. McDermott kicks to McConnell. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Releases. Tips it up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Bitadze's got his third bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And there's the pass to Johnson. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Bitadze. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Edmund Sumner's checked in for the Pacers. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Pass to Johnson. And the layup's good off the glass. Johnson's got his second bucket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And oh, he hits the buzzer beater. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Timber. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry.
I want to be the best player who ever played. And
On his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
On the court for Minnesota, we've got Johnson, Culver out there with Lehman, and it's Reed in at the 5 down low. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a three. He might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building three. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
Minnesota leading by 4. And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Culver. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Towns finds Hernan Gomez. And close. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Turner. Sumner passes to Oladipo. Indiana moving the ball around. For the three. Indiana again missing. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by 4.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here's Sumner, covered by Beasley. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Turner with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Here's Warren. Offensive rebound, and Oladipo stays with it.
Now, this is what you'd love to see more of from Victor Oladipo, the athleticism to be a factor on the glass.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Beasley. The feed to Towns. Up and in on the layup. Towns has got the lead up to 6 now for Minnesota.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office. Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Out to Turner. Makes it off the glass. Turner's got his first points of the game.
Well, 6'11", 255 pounds. Miles Turner using that size to his advantage.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Russell passes to Hernan Gomez, and the basket is good. Hernan Gomez has got the lead, back up to 8 now for Minnesota.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And Oladipo kicks to Sumner. Fires for 3. That shot no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Pacers. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Oladipo. Justin Holiday comes in for Edmund Sumner. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Aaron Holiday. James Johnson's checked in for Minnesota. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. Tipped away. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Taken away by Holiday.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
Well, you want efficiency and quality shots in this situation. Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Left side, Towns. Feeds to Johnson. Plays it up and banks it in. Johnson's got 8 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 10-point lead, some breathing room.
Thank you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They're playing...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Here's Okogie, guarded by Oladipo. And the basket by Okogie. Okogie's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves. And Doris last season, rookie Josh Okogie ended up contributing more than the franchise thought he would.
Yeah, he was terrific as a 3 and D player for the Wolves. This guy could end up being the steal of the draft, sort of in that Robert Covington mold.
And that one drops for him.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Stolen by Warren. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Here's Turner. And he overshot that one, missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Good work defensively by Turner. Towns uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has got 11 points.
Fact of the matter is, Karl Anthony Towns could be a menace on the glass. Good luck with this guy.
Pass to Warren. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's his first foul. Russ, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
To the left side wing. Here's Okogie, guarded by Oladipo. Six to shoot. Russell inside. He's against Turner. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Pacers trail by 9. Now, here's McConnell. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Bitadze. Tries again. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. And here are the young Bombers, the players that have led the rookie ranks in three-point shooting since the All-Star break. 5th best, Jarrett Culver.
And his shot starting to fall consistently here the second half of the season. Credit him for staying in the gym, putting in the work, and continuing his development.
And the second free throw, good. Timberwolves leading by 8.
You think about the Timberwolves, the one thing that seems elusive for this organization has been consistency. They have had the talent. They've had good coaching. The problem is they haven't yet put those two areas together.
Sampson, the pass to Bitadze. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And it's good for 2. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the Wolves, Doris, one of only 11 franchises to have never won a championship. In fact, they've made the Western Conference Finals only once.
I think one of their challenges, at least in this latest run, has been they're competing with a very young core. And certainly you have added veterans to the group.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Down by 12. To the inside. Here's Sampson. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And the pass to Lehman. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Lehman's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
Holiday, the pass to Sampson. And again, it's Indiana converting. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And so it's Minnesota enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Lehman, D'Angelo Russell out there with Colbert. Then it's James Johnson, and it's Reed in at the 5. Here's Johnson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention 2 guys who I think could be considered combo guards who can play 1 or 2, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But 2 of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, 2 names to keep an eye on.
The half-court bomb falls off target. Pacers trail by 13. Holiday finds McDermott, fades back, connects from 3-point range. McDermott's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. T.J. Warren comes in for Justin Holiday. Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Malik Beasley comes in for Culver. Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, when you see a Karl Anthony Towns who's engaged on the offensive end, he believes he can score from any spot on the floor.
And the shot by Warren, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And Towns gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
and didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. And the shot is good from Johnson.
Well, if you're going to play the point guard position, critical that D'Angelo Russell continue to develop that aspect of his game. Nice pass.
Turner. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. To the middle, here's Hernan Gomez, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
On the wing, Holiday. Covered by Beasley. Here's Turner. Warren. And Warren able to finish.
Well, T.J. Warren is terrific at using his frame to become a factor on the glass. I love it.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Beasley kicks to Towns. And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for McDermott. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Okogie's checked in.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Oladipo dishes to Warren. He gets that one.
You can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his third foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Russell passes to Towns. Now Hernan Gomez.
And, you know, you could see him bait him into that one. He was just waiting on that pass, and as soon as it came out of the post, he was all over.
Pass to Warren. A second chance effort. Beasley with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 10. Okogie, the pass to Towns. Count that one. Towns has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, the body control of Karl Anthony Towns, just a terrific job to take the hit.
Here's Warren. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Inside. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell. And that's 21 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Oladipo for 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Kicks to Russell. Pass to Hernan Gomez. 6 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Beasley. Pacers with the rebound.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Timberwolves.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They've lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
Evans passes to Vanderbilt. Knocked loose. Stolen by Holiday. Tries a 3. Spellman with the rebound. Here's Towns, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily.
NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number
200.
Here's Tatum and
In your food.
You play 2K
All the time.
You act.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't.
Let's get your Oklahoma City Thunder starting lineup.
And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Beasley.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Towns hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right? I mean,
yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Adams. Good. Nice job down low.
Offense clicking early here. 3 for 4 to start this one.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Left side, Towns. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Pass to Dort. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dort's got his second bucket tonight.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
The pass to Okogie. Back to Hernan Gomez. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Russell from long range. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
And checking out some stats for D'Angelo Russell. The past month has been surreal. Right around 21 points per, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Minnesota shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
Just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
Pass to Culver. It's stolen by Schroeder. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Ferguson. 11 feet away. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 4. Johnson up top. There's 1:26 left to play here in the first. Here's Reed. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Ferguson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Noel dishes to Schroeder. And so Oklahoma City again turning it over. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
Robertson, he's checked in for Terrence Ferguson. The Thunder have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Here's Muscala over Reed. Minnesota with the rebound. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively. Just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Noel. He's covered by Noel. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Thunder with the lead. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Diallo, no good. That's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. Passes it to Layman. He kicks it to Johnson. Over Muscala. No good on the last second attempt there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Thunder. Chris Ball talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
Toughest position in the NBA night in and night out.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here, as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, you've got Diallo. Nerlens Noel is out there with Mike Muscala. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Robertson in at the 2-guard spot. Noel, it's good on the putback.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. To the paint. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Reed misses.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Alinari comes in for Mike Muscala. And Paul subbed in for Diallo. And he makes the first.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense. And it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside orient, off the bounce, or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Danilo Gallinari unable to get his last shot to go. No dice from 9 feet out.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Dort misses. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable 3-ball shooter. but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
So here's Gallinari after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Pass to Okogie. Back to Beasley. Paul with the steal. And Adams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul outside. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Gallinari against Towns. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Gallinari's got his first 2 points of the night.
Gallinari's so hard to guard from the mid-range area because of his quick first step to the hoop, but you can't play too far off him or he'll do just that, burn you with the J.
The Timberwolves shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most. And their challenge is, we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those three things are pretty impactful.
Well said. Now here's Towns. Providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. On the clock. The shot's good. Towns has got 6.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either. Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job.
Oh, yes, sir. Unselfish play of Chris Paul there, has a knack for knowing when to get his guys when they're wide open.
The pass to Okogie. Beasley outside. To the left wing. Shoots. Okogie misses. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Ferguson. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Now it's a 4-point Thunder lead. It's Beasley on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Pass to Hernangomez. To the middle. Here's Towns. An easy 2 points on the layup. 8 points for him.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Towns with the steal. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Towns has got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. 2K Sports back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Russell is out there with Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. Kicks it to Beasley. Outside, Towns. Got a piece of it. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Dort. The three-pointer is right on target. Dort's got the lead up to 5 now for Oklahoma City. The Timberwolves shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
Here's a Kogi. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. The Thunder shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And the wide open shot from Paul drains the three-pointer. Paul's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Dort passes to Adams. From deep three-point range, rebound by Okogie. Okogie's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. The first free throw is good. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very...
No kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
Or strategy. Culver's checked in for Beasley. Here's Robertson. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Culver passes to Reed. To the inside. Johnson kicks to Culver. Passes to Reed. To the wing on the left. 5 on the clock. Layman pass to Culver. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trail Blazers.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
Inside, Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, known for his athleticism, Johnson can sneak up on you, and that time, that dunk looking second nature.
And it's Schroeder missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. Johnson goes in. It's stolen by Muscala. Schroeder, left side. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And it's Noel missing. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Now here's Culver. He's guarded by Schroeder. Layman kicks to Johnson. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Muscala with the ball. Johnson on him. Pass to Robertson. Reed with the rebound. Reeves got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Over in the corner. Sinks the triple. Culver's got the lead up to 1 now for the Timberwolves.
And looking good there from distance. Culver fundamentally sound with his jumper.
Schroeder. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Timberwolves have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. Here's Culver. Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Reed. It's hauled in by Diallo. Schroeder finds Noel. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Minnesota on top. They lead by 3. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Ferguson out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Noel. And it's Dort in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Ferguson, covered by Beasley. And Noel kicks to Ferguson. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. Ferguson's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
A pretty free look for 3-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge 3-point shot.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Beasley outside. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Gallinari passes to Dort. Yes, that goes in.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Russell finds Towns. Towns is doubled. Beasley outside. There's the pass to Hernan Gomez. And the layup is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Dort passes to Adams. Here's Gallinari. Count it.
Gallinari gathers his rhythm. He simply rises up and nails the interior shot.
Here's Towns. Pass to Okogie. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Russell against Paul. Russell kicks to Beasley. Clock at 6. Towns in the corner. Jacks up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Here's Ferguson, and he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
Ferguson, the pass to Adams. Shoots over Towns, and he's fouled pretty hard up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Olden.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Ryan Saunders told his team. He's obviously pretty happy. He said, I know they're not going to take us lightly next time. We knew what the deal was with that underdog role coming into the game.
And already a leader at such a young age. Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
Paul with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Adams down low. Towns on him. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. Adams has got it all tied up now for the Thunder. And it's Towns missing. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Down low, Towns with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal to take the lead. That shot off the mark. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. This is it to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
To the middle. Here's Gallinari. Johnson with the block.
Well, if you can use that athleticism on offense, why not try it on defense? James Johnson putting his 7'1" wingspan to great use.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. There's 42 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Towns finds Johnson. Back to Towns. Money!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Adams. Johnson with the block. Yes!
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's Russell with the drive.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Yeah, like a five-tool baseball player, James Johnson's one of those guys who does a little bit of everything for his team. Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Okay.
The Suns buzz as it rolled into the arena earlier tonight. The players decked out in their very best. And with tip-off coming. Well, to talk about this, David, some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Beasley.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at the true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And for the Timberwolves, we've got Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Okogie in at the small forward. No good from Booker. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders. About as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
Back to Hernan Gomez. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Clark, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. Right wing. Towns with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Okogie, the pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, I love how Towns plays with a chip on his shoulder. He brings it every night with force.
Bridges dishes to Ayton. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Johnson kicks to Ayton. Back to Johnson. Pass to Ayton. Kicks it out to Booker. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Hernan Gomez. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it. Boy, this is bad, tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. Boy, you got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie, and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. That's a great get for them.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Getting more comfortable in the paint. As long as Frank Kaminsky has the positioning he wants, he's good to go.
And it's in there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And meteoric rises not uncommon for Okogie.
Yeah, and Okogie's done a really nice job kind of turning the impression of him around because he wasn't highly touted in college. But I tell you what, he's proven to be an impact player because of how he can defend and shoot.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Second chance shot. Rebound by the Suns. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
And the decision-making proving to be outstanding. Culver just has a knack for taking advantage of the D in the open floor.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
Pass to Jerome. Here's Carter. It's deflected. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Reed. And Baines pulls it down.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And he trains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angle.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Minnesota, Layman is out there with James Johnson. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the center.
And you think about the two best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. And the Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those two guys. Well, it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
Noel, defended by Carter. Culver passes to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Culver with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Noel. That shot off. And Phoenix the other way now. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Out to Carter. Back to Kaminsky. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. Fourth, the Suns.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Minnesota. Kaminsky, the pass to Rubio for 3. And again, it's the Suns missing. Minnesota leading by 5. Now the pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Doesn't go that time. The Suns go the other way with it. Feeds it to Šarić. And slam dunk by Šarić.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Šarić can't get the tip in. Minnesota in the lead. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Booker. Johnson, the pass to Towns. And it goes down 2 points. Who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Boy, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a joy to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. But I would put him in that category because he can make the deep three. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that mix.
Good names. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Booker. Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. There's the dish to Towns. Back to Hernan Gomez. No good that time. Good work defensively by Johnson. Now, here's Bridges. He's tightly guarded. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Passes it to Booker. Dishes it to Johnson. Pulls up. No good from Booker.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Here's Rubio. Here's Ayton. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists tonight. To the paint. Towns, the pass to Hernan Gomez. The feed now to Russell. He dishes it to Towns. Poked away. Stolen by Rubio. Here's the break. Over Beasley. Bridges passes to Johnson. And here's Booker. Now Bridges. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Russell. Lays it in off the breakaway. Russell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, improving as a two-way threat. It's big when Russell is making an impact on both offense and defense.
Beasley kicks to Hernan Gomez. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie, it was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of the period, they held a 3. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson, and it's Ayton in at the 5.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Beasley with the steal. And pushing it up again is Minnesota. Again in transition. Here's Russell. Lays it up off the glass. Russell's got 6.
And guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
Well, you really put your defense in a tough spot. You compromise your defense when you fumble the ball away like that.
Here's Ayton. Minnesota with the rebound.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Suns trail by 15. Pass to Booker. Beyond the arc. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Just such strength on these finishes. When you foul Ayton, you really have to hit him to prevent the basket.
Sharch is checked in for Johnson. To the wing right side. Back to Russell. Towns down low. Ayton's there. Right side Towns. Over Ayton. Misses off the right eye. Suns trail by 14. Rubio left side. Sharch passes to Booker. Rubio outside. Pass to Ayton. Shot clock at 6. And Sharch kicks to Bridges. And here's Booker from the arc. No good there. And Minnesota will come the other way.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Here's Kaminsky. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Back to Lehman. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here is Carter. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Inside. Kaminsky, the pass to Sharch. Can't hit from in close.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
The pass to Johnson. That's tipped.
This is exactly what they want from Sharch. I mean, more aggression on the defensive end, and he gets himself in position there and makes a play.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Jerome passes to Kaminsky. Johnson with the block. Noel. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for him.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Kaminsky dishes to Sharch. Hits the jumper in space.
Now that's confidence. Sharch says, in Dario, I trust.
Timberwolves leading by 20. Lehman kicks to Johnson. Back to Lehman. It's a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 6 points for Jarrett Culver.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays on the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Seven seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Passes it to Šarić. Kicks it out to Booker. Gets it off. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decisive. But Timberwolves on top, running away with this one. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell, and it's Reed in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. You like that?
Yes and no. I think you have two separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. The Suns shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Booker the pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Phoenix on defense. Here's Russell. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
And Phoenix with another turnover here. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell. And it's 13 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Johnson finds Rubio. To the inside. Here's Ayton. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Hernan Gomez passed. Oh, what a play!
Towns with the creativity and explosive.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Pass to Ayton. Back to Booker. Rubio outside. Down low. Here's Ayton. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Left side, Towns. It's hauled in by Diallo. Suns have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Johnson gets the bucket.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
To the pace. Here's Towns. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Come on, this is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
And Phoenix making a change here. Ayton's checked in. Pass to Johnson. Over Johnson. Johnson's shot is off.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Good D by Booker. Johnson finds Booker. Hits it from three-point range.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Culver passes to Johnson. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Johnson laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's Johnson, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
Payne's shot is good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Karl Anthony Towns.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Johnson, that's for two, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Towns is checked in, and a change for the Suns. Bridges, he's checked in for Johnson. That one drops for him.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it. They've done it.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe. And Phoenix has possession. Here's Diallo. Off target from three-point range. Noel. On the money.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I feel it. I feel it.
A well-dressed group of Timberwolves as they made their way to the locker room. Well, it can be a circus. David, thanks. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. To take a look at the Pacers, they've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
And right now for the Pacers, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
Resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2. And for the Timberwolves, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers.
And for a franchise searching for stability, it doesn't help that the Wolves have had a number of head coaching changes.
Obviously, the Wolves aren't alone in that problem, Greg. I think it can be difficult to identify just the right kind of leadership. And when you do get someone like Greg Popovich or Eric Spoelstra or Rick Carlisle, you try to hold on for dear life.
Here's Oladipo after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. And here is Warren. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Poked loose. Brogdon kicks to Oladipo. 4 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, Warren pulls up on the wing. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
You can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look.
Hernan Gomez lays it up and banks it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now Beasley after Victor Oladipo missed from long range. And Russell gets it to go.
Okay, D'Angelo Russell mixing in a little interior work, not bashful.
The Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Ring shot on the way, and that one's good, Brogdon. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Okogie. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Oladipo. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. James Johnson's checked in for Minnesota. The Pacers also with a sub. McDermott's checked in. Here's Turner. Minnesota with the rebound. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And Towns, a player who took a little bit of time adjusting from the college game at Kentucky to the NBA game, especially Doris on the defensive end.
I do think you have to appreciate over the last several seasons Karl Anthony Towns' commitment to becoming a better defender. Listen, he has the length to not only block shots, but to alter shots, and you just want him to have consistent effort on that end.
And Minnesota has possession following the miss by Miles Turner.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
And this is what the really good defensive players do. They anticipate, and they're rarely fooled.
Now here's Johnson. After the miss from Doug McDermott, Johnson finds Russell. Here's Okogie. Towns, the pass to Okogie. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Clock at 6. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Johnson, that's for 2. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Let's check out the NBA's best three-point threats. Fifth best, Doug McDermott.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Oladipo misses.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. The Pacers making a change here. Now here's Culver. He's covered by McConnell. Culver passes to Reed. Johnson left side. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 14. Johnson tipped back in for 2.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely. And there it is for him. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one following a loss to the Rockets.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Pacers trail by 5. Passes it to McDermott. And there's the feed to Warren. And taken away by Johnson. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Noel. And it's McConnell with the rebound. Here's McDermott. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. That will count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so the first quarter is in the books. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Johnson is out there with Layman. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Bitadze. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bitadze's got himself on the board with 3 there. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, honestly, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Houston. Read the pass to Hernan Gomez. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Pass to Sumner. Inside, Bitadze, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Minnesota again turning it over. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Beasley.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for T.J. McConnell. Pass to Sumner. The kick out to Holiday. And there's the pass to Bitadze. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Layman pass to Hernan Gomez. Pulls up from the corner. He can't get that one. And Indiana will come the other way. Here's Bitadze. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Rockets in Houston. Hernan Gomez kicks to Layman. Now here's Culver, guarded by Holiday. Got a hand on it. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Bitadze. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And these are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, showing you the top shooting teams in the league. That's the name of the game, putting the ball in the basket. In third, the Pacers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Jakar Sampson. Oladipo comes in for Justin Holiday, and Brogdon subbed in for Edmund Sumner. Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Beasley, the pass to Towns, shoots over Turner, and that one, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Post game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
For Indiana, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Coming into the NBA, Victor Oladipo, Greg, drew some comparisons to Dwayne Wade, but it was working out with D-Wade that helped take Victor's game to the next level.
And listen, anytime you're the second overall pick, which he was back in 2013, stardom is expected. It just took a while. Now he's got to apply that same work ethic to overcoming the knee injury.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
James Johnson checked in for Minnesota.
Oh, that's a strong finish. And Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Well, D'Angelo Russell, one of the best mid-range scorers you'll see. He's got the floater game, the pull-up game, and with his arsenal, he can get a shot at any time.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. He is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
McDermott, and nothing but hair on that one. You know, Doris, another thing about D'Angelo Russell, he's not afraid of the big moment.
Kevin, he has proven that he is willing to take and make big shots. He doesn't necessarily beat you with tremendous athleticism, but it's his basketball skill that sets him apart.
Oladipo misses. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 9-1 run. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Timberwolves get to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. T.J. Warren comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Aaron Holiday. And yes, it's good.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer, pretty dime there.
And the dunk by Towns.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And Turner stays with it. Turner's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Kevin, you love the determination, right? Miles Turner effectively getting to the window and getting another opportunity.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Beasley dishes to Towns, uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has got 9.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
McDermott for 3. It's good from long range.
Well, we know that McDermott came into the league with a reputation as a dead-eye shooter. Get your hands up and contest, or he'll make you pay.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
Yeah, they're going for the throat. Drills the three-pointer.
The quick hitter from three-point range off the inbound play. They ran that set perfectly.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of one, they were able to... And that'll about...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Here's Holiday after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. And the shot by Warren, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Tries from the block. That one falls. Beasley's got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota. Or sometimes what was once considered a negative becomes a positive. For example, tweeners are now looked at as very valuable assets and very versatile assets.
Yeah, Kev, no doubt. Think about how much the game has changed for players like Draymond Green, who was so integral to the success of the Golden State Warriors. Here was a young guy who was considered at one point coming out of college for the power forward and center spot, too small to play the position. But as the NBA has downsized, as it's gotten smaller and faster, Draymond Green can be as important as any other player on a roster.
And Turner stays with it.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 4 assists now tonight.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
How about the confidence from the 6'4" guard, Victor Oladipo, aggressive, close to the cup.
And it's Towns missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Shots good by Turner. Timberwolves leading by 4. To the middle. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got 13.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And you look at the 2018 All-Star season for Oladipo, Doris. What was the development in his game that you saw that took him to the next level?
I think probably the part that made him almost unguardable is his willingness to shoot threes off the dribble. That deep threat, that willingness to space the floor and use the dribble drive to enhance that is probably what put him over the edge.
Now, here's Culver. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hernan Gomez. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I think the Indiana Pacers, as an organization, a team that tries to grow its own superstars. Miles Turner, certainly a guy in that conversation. The 11th pick back in 2015, he has gotten better every single year.
The Pacers making a switch here. McConnell's checked in. Here's Sumner. Feeds it to Sampson. Basket good. And Doris, you look at Turner's impact. It's definitely at both ends of the floor.
No doubt, Kev. Turner was the league leader in blocks last season. He became a much more efficient three-point shooter, and now all of a sudden he's becoming a better facilitator out of the post. Just great development.
So it's Minnesota now, following the score by Indiana.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Count the basket.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Timberwolves leading by 3. 1:16 left to play in the third. Here's Lehman, guarded by Holiday. A rebound by Bitadze. The Pacers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Sumner's shot is off. Minnesota shooting it beautifully here in the third, 56% from the field. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Indiana. It's deflected to the inside. Here's Sampson, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open, how to find them.
Johnson left side. Back to Russell. Three-pointer. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Indiana's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. For the lead. And he's fouled pretty hard on that. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Here's Johnson, and it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, Kevin, how about the reach of Miles Turner? He covers so much ground to come up with these blocks.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. It's the Pacers as they end. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Okay, good patience on your spacing, getting it out.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Johnson. Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Culver in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Back to Beasley. Ogden against Russell. Clock at 4. Back to Beasley. Over Holiday. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Indiana leading. Brogdon with it. Beasley covering. And the wide open shot from Warren. A three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. And Beasley, here we go. The shot will not fall. Good D by Brogdon. Warren against Towns. Indiana again turning it over. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that matchup with the Blazers, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Here's Holiday, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns. The first one falls.
And you think about the Wolves' history. KG clearly their best player, but Big Cat has a chance to reach that level someday.
He does, Greg, and I think we always look through KG's legacy being defined by passion, commitment, and leadership. That was as important as his basketball skill. Karl Anthony Towns is similarly talented, right? I think the key is he just needs to find consistency. That's the last step.
Johnson, the pass to Beasley. Down low, Towns. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, when you see a Karl Anthony Towns who's engaged on the offensive end, he believes he can score from any spot on the floor.
Here's Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Russell passes to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, Greg. Keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Johnson. And an intentional foul right there. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. It's stolen by Oladipo.
And that's only his first miscue of the night. He's been unbelievably steady so far.
The Timberwolves trail. Okogie misses. Holiday surveying the floor. And it's Turner off the drive. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Wow, Miles Turner understanding it's my time because it's big time.
Inside, here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns, well made for pressure situations.
And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's foul number 2 for him.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Warren on the wing. Hernangomez covering. Warren kicks to Oladipo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Oladipo's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pacers.
Oladipo getting more confident in these big-time moments, demands the basketball and finds a way to score.
No good from Hernangomez. The Pacers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Russell finds Hernangomez. Passes to Okogie. 1:14 left in the 4th quarter. And Beasley, here we go. Hernangomez passes to Beasley. Clock is at 3. Lets it go from the wing. And the shot is long.
A contested mid-range shot can't be what they were looking for there.
Well, especially with that defensive player in the area. You know he's going to find a way to get into the shooter and make him uncomfortable.
To the paint, here's Towns. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Turner. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
In the corner, it's Brogdon. Indiana moving the ball around. Towns with the steal.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
Turner up top. Towns with the steal. Pass to Okogie. Throws it up high. "12 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And stolen by Russell. It falls!
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
And the rejection by Towns. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Deep 2 from Russell. Gets the bucket. And now a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, does he have the clutch gene, Dan?
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close
much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K.
Traffic heading in and out of downtown. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Beasley.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And for Minnesota, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. We've got great athletes tonight, Brent. Much of this game we think will be above the rim.
This is going to be fantastic. I hope we get out into some fast breaks where these guys have an opportunity to get their feet together, rise up, and get the fan. Not only them getting up, Kevin, but the fans getting up out of their seats.
You and I will be getting up, though. We'll be standing up.
You for sure will be up.
And here's Beasley following the 3 from Chris Paul. Russell kicks to Beasley. Back to Russell. Just 4 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. No good from Beasley.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
It's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. From downtown, Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And it's Towns penetrating. Beasley in the post, defended by Paul. Beasley kicks to Russell. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Good on the short little jump shot.
Yeah, they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Adams, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Gilgeous-Alexander up there, so dynamic as a finisher.
The pass to Russell. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Okogie for 3. That shot missing. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Dort. Beasley with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And for the Thunder, one of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
Gallinari with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Paul with the buckets. Paul's got 5 now.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Towns kicks to Hernan Gomez. Shot from the wing. Okogie misses. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Ball against Russell. Over Hernan Gomez. And it's Gallinari missing.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
From 10 feet out. Shot's good by Hernan Gomez. Here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And here we go with Adams running it up the court. That one goes in. He's got 6.
Yeah, Steven Adams was not going to be stopped there on the drive. Too big, too strong, and he fended off the contact. Did he know he got hit?
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Over Gallinari. Shot's good by Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez has got his third basket of the night. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Inside, Towns with the steal. Floats it up for Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now, here is Gallinari. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Utah. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Right side, Towns. Pass to Okogie. Back to Towns. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And here's Hernan Gomez outside. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Thunder out in front, up 1. And we'll be back right after this. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade.
It's been a sort of long relationship.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GA spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
We've got Johnson, Culver out there with Lehman, and it's Reed in at the center. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Well, it's been up and down the last few years for Nerlens Noel, but there are still some impactful numbers for the minutes that he's on the floor as a rim protector.
Now here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
A shot by Johnson, no good. And for Noel, his numbers will never match the visual impact he has on the floor, wouldn't you say?
Oh, he's definitely a player about the little things out there, just being a rim protector, making sure that guys think about him when they're attacking the rim.
It's Schroeder with the drive. Now, here's Culver. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Noel dishes to Schroeder. It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession, and the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson, he's checked in. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City, and it's denied. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Here's Schroeder. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. On the wing, Robertson. To the inside, Noel. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
The Thunder leading by 4. Here's Schroeder. The rebound by Johnson.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Robertson the pass to Ferguson. Feeds it to Muscala. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Muscala's got his second basket of the game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Johnson, the pass to Reed, and the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate, and does so there.
To the middle, here's Schroeder, makes it off the glass. Schroeder's got the lead up to 8 now for the Thunder.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
There's 1:40 left in the first half. Culver dishes to Johnson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Thunder leading by 8. Out left to the wing. Here's Noel. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Timberwolves have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Pass to Okogie. Down low. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Schroeder. He's averaging about 19 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Minnesota. And then for Oklahoma City, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Noel. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Well, that's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
Now, here is Gallinari. Beasley with the rebound. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts. And give it up for the little fella on the inside there. Great rebound, even though he had to really fight for it.
Gallinari, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Gallinari's got his first basket of the night.
Gotta admire the jump shot of Danilo Gallinari, a lights-out shooter off the dribble.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Russell passes to Okogie. He kicks to Johnson. That one rolling around and rims out. Gallinari finds Paul. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Over Beasley. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder heading to the bench.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a... Thanks for joining.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Steven Adams with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
So the Thunder 5 right now. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the small forward. Here's Okogie. Easily in the post. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. 6 to shoot. It's Russell with the drive. Hernan Gomez, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Here's Gallinari with the putback. Great positioning on the putback. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Russell. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. And Russell gets it to go.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
The offensive rebound. And it's Gallinari missing.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And the pass to Okogie. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Beasley finds Towns. Kept alive. Outside Russell. From outside the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 7.
Hitting three-pointers, so important in today's NBA. Good thing Russell's got the range and confidence to do so.
Here's Gallinari. Good on the 13-footer.
Loving the confidence. Just rise and be free. And you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari outside. Adams right side. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, Adams back in the paint. That's where he lives.
Beasley, the pass to Okogie. Over to the left wing. Towns kicks to Hernan Gomez. Beasley with a clean look. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
Here's Paul after the basket by Minnesota. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Towns. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still as strong as ever. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Schroeder following the missed shot by James Johnson. Comes up empty down low.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And for me, guys, this is an area that Culver should utilize more often, showing off that incredible feel with the jumper.
Now, here is Muscala. Reed with the rebound. Kicks to Culver. Wayman pass to Johnson. He gets it in there.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Minnesota making a switch here. Russell's checked in. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. And it's tied up with that one.
Yeah, like a 5-tool baseball player, James Johnson's one of those guys who does a little bit of everything for his team.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Russell's running, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Noel finds Diallo. to the inside, and they get it, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Johnson. The Thunder shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Oh, and that's a monster shot to close out the third. And the lead is theirs heading into the final quarter.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got D'Angelo Russell. Layman is out there with Johnson. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the 5, down low. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Muscala. That shot off. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Layman. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Layman's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Timberwolves. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Shooter kicks to Diallo. Pass to Muscala. Here's Ferguson. Shoots from 8. Here's Noel. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Culver passes to Reed. Here's Layman. He's guarded by Diallo. Layman kicks to Culver. There's the pass to Reed. Out to the right wing. Inside. Here's Johnson. And it's good. With time running down in the shot clock. Johnson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves. Out to the wing. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Okogie's checked in for Layman. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Robertson, he's checked in. And stolen by Robertson. Here's Schroeder. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Russell. Minnesota leading by 4. And Johnson with the stuff.
Well, right now, being effective on the offense, and when Johnson gets into this kind of rhythm, he's going to stay on the attack.
To the middle, here's Ferguson, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And the rejection by Noel. Johnson inside. Second shot opportunity. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
And stolen by Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. Muscala dishes to Noel.
Well, when Nerlens no.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Ryan Saunders' huddle. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thank you, David. On the free throw, no good. Thunder trailing by 7. Here's Paul. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
I just love how Chris Paul steps up and nails crucial baskets. A huge momentum-changing shot there.
Paul with the steal. Here's Dort. Over in the corner, Paul. Gallinari. And it's Gallinari on the follow.
And that's why these fans love their Gallo. His ability to step up and take huge shots is what makes him so valuable.
Outside Russell. He feeds it to Towns. Dish now to Johnson. Just 3 to shoot from 10 feet out. Kept alive, Minnesota. The putback, it's good.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gallinari left side. He's looking for Noel and finds him. Shoots over Towns. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Russell passes to Okogie. Russell kicks to Beasley. Russell feeling it out a bit. 6 on the shot clock. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Chris Paul has drained plenty of huge shots in his career. Easy to see why he's so revered.
Beasley, the pass to Johnson. Kicks it out to Beasley. Here's Okogie. Adams defending. Over to the wing. Russell with a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot.
Cognizant of the entire court. Russell aware of where the defenders are and really does a great job creating opportunities.
And so Minnesota takes the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there was some time.